Hello, welcome to my channel. I just want to talk for a few minutes about how to reduce bad cholesterol like really quickly. If you're worried about your cholesterol levels, maybe you've had your annual checkup, you've just seen the doctor and they told you that your cholesterol levels were really, really high. And you're wondering, what can I do to reduce my bad cholesterol like really quickly? Possibly in a few weeks, I'm going to just talk through some natural things that you can do at home, especially for people who may not want to go on medication. But having said this, consult your doctor. I am not a medical doctor. I am an integrative nutrition health coach. So I'm just going to give you some suggestions and be sure to pass everything by your doctor before you make up your mind what you want to do. Okay, so when we hear about cholesterol, we immediately think that it's something bad, but I'm here to say that it really just depends. There's good cholesterol and there's bad cholesterol, right? There's LDL cholesterol and there's HDL cholesterol, and then there's triglycerides, and there's also like total cholesterol as well. But first of all, let me say that cholesterol is not all bad, right? It has a good purpose in the body. Um, the liver makes about, let me say, 2,000 milligrams of cholesterol per day. And then the other cells in our bodies make about 1,000 milligrams a day. In total, the body will make about 75% of all of the 3,000 milligrams of cholesterol that the body has. And then about 25% of cholesterol will come through the foods that we eat. So let me just talk about what is the benefit of cholesterol in the body, right? I said it's not all bad. Cholesterol helps the body to make our hormones, especially our sex hormones. It helps to make our cell membranes. It helps with the nervous system and the brain. It will help us to make vitamin D. It will help to make bile. And as you probably know, bile will help us to digest and to break down the fats that we eat. Um, and so, even as far as going back to hormones, cholesterol will help us with making the stress hormones that the body needs. So it does have a positive purpose. We don't want to like totally get rid of cholesterol. We just want to make sure that the balance between the good cholesterol and the bad cholesterol is in a good place. Okay. So what are some of the things that will make your bad cholesterol to be really high? Poor eating habits, right? So eating a lot of refined carbohydrates, it will take up your LDL and your triglycerides, right? And if you're eating foods such as like a lot of white flour, a lot of processed foods, a lot of sugars, um, if you're African, a lot of puff puff, meat pies, all of those things, anything that is processed, not whole grains and so forth. Those kinds of things, mixing carbs with bad fats will increase your LDL cholesterol on your triglycerides. Okay, but HDL cholesterol is actually the good cholesterol, and your good cholesterol will increase when you eat good fats such as avocados, extra virgin olive oil, and so forth. So, what is the best way to manage your cholesterol? The first thing you want to do is make sure that you reduce your inflammation in your body. And one of the ways of reducing inflammation is to, you can take turmeric. You can take turmeric, you can take aloe vera. You can cut down, like I already mentioned, any foods with high sugar foods, high processed foods. You also want to make sure that you cleanse your liver, because if your cholesterol is too high, as in if your total cholesterol is too high and your LDL cholesterol is too high, that may also be an indication that your liver is not healthy, your liver is struggling. And so you want to work on your liver. Take milk thistle, it's a herb. Take dandelion. You can find these things in the health store. And pretty much maybe go for like a couple of weeks where you don't eat high, like foods that are too dense and difficult to process and to digest. You can just stay on simple foods such as like a lot of fruits, a lot of vegetables, a lot of fiber, like healthy fiber and so forth, right? You want to cut out bad oils. And what do I mean by bad oils? I mean a lot of the seed oils such as canola oil, corn oil, soy oil, cottonseed oil, mayonnaise, and most mayonnaise, because most of the mayonnaise has been made with bad oils. But if you're making your own homemade mayonnaise, or you're getting mayonnaise from a health store and you know the kind of oil that's in it, then you can use that. But otherwise, you want to watch out for that. Some of the salad dressings as well, because a lot of them have the bad seed oils. So pretty much cut out the junk foods, because the junk foods will increase your inflammation. Your junk foods will overwork your liver. And when that is going on, then your bad cholesterol will shoot up higher. You also want to correct any vitamin E deficiency that you may have. Um, and to do that, just take vitamin E, right? And to take vitamin E, the best one to take for this would be the um, tocotrienol. That's the best one to take. Cut out any fried foods. Fried foods are really bad for our health because they will also increase inflammation. They will increase the plaquing in our body, in our vessels, and so forth. All right. Cut out the dairies as well. Cut out any kind of processed meats such as sausages, bacon, and so forth. Cut out any artificial sweeteners. So artificial sweeteners need to go, but even natural sweeteners such as a lot of just high sugar or any kind of high sugary foods need to go as well. So in other words, eat really natural, eat like fresh fruits and vegetables. If you're gonna eat meats, do your best to eat like grass-fed meats. Those tend to be healthier, but cut out any kind of processed stuff. Okay. So those are some of the things you can do to help you as far as the home remedies. So what can you actually take to help bring down your cholesterol like really quickly? One of the best things to take is red rice yeast. It's something that we've actually used in my family, and it made a big difference. And there's a lot of research that has shown that taking red rice yeast will help. You could take about 1,200 milligrams orally, and you can take it twice a day with food. And if you do that, you can, on average, you can bring down your cholesterol, let me say your bad cholesterol, in about 12 weeks. How about that? Okay. And now the science, the research is supporting this because red rice yeast has a compound called monacolin K. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but monacolin K, which is the same ingredient that is in in the prescription cholesterol drug called lovastatin or Altoprev. So it naturally has that compound which they put in cholesterol reducing drugs. So if you want to bring down your cholesterol naturally, that's one of the things that you can take. Okay. But if you're taking red rice yeast, I'm going to recommend that you don't take any other statins with it. So don't take any other cholesterol drugs. Don't eat grapefruit. Don't take St. John's wort. Don't take niacin. Okay, so those are some things that if you take them along with red rice yeast, it will reduce the effectiveness of it, or it can cause some other situations that may not, be the best. Now, so red rice yeast is the first thing that I would recommend. The next thing I'll recommend is garlic. I know most people don't like the smell of garlic, but I always say it's about weighing the consequences. If you think about what having bad cholesterol can do for your health, then take garlic. If you cannot eat the raw garlic, go get the odorless garlic from the health store. But ideally, if you could chew maybe about 2 cloves of garlic, eat it with your food, to kind of like hide the smell a little bit, cook with garlic and so forth. But garlic will do a great job in bringing down your cholesterol in a short space of time. Garlic will also reduce your blood pressure, right? So one of the things that high cholesterol will do is to affect your blood pressure. So take garlic. Garlic will clean your blood vessels. It will remove some of the plaquing. And the beautiful thing about garlic is that it is actually antibacterial as well. It is also antimicrobial. So when you take garlic, it will do a lot of different things for you. Now, what else can you take to bring down your cholesterol? Remember, we talked about how high inflammation levels in the body will affect your cholesterol levels as well. So obviously you want to also be able to take some things that will bring down your inflammation. And turmeric and ginger are powerful anti-inflammatory. They will also cleanse your body. They will also generally just help even with your liver function and your gut function as well. The fourth thing I would recommend is olive oil, extra virgin olive oil. So remember, we talked about cutting out the bad oils, a lot of the seed oils, but you can replace them with olive oil. But be sure not to use the olive oil in frying. Just take it as is, like in its, let me say, raw format. That's the best way to take it. What olive oil does is that it will lower your LDL cholesterol, which is your bad cholesterol, and it will also actually raise your good cholesterol, which is the HDL cholesterol. And you could take about maybe 2 tablespoons a day, and that should do it. Okay. You can also take oatmeal. Oatmeal is for most people who are worried about gluten, oatmeal, you can get it gluten free. It will help. It's rich in antioxidants. It will reduce your bad cholesterol and your total cholesterol. It is high in soluble fiber. It is rich in antioxidants. It will reduce it can help reduce heart disease. So oatmeal is a winner. And while we're talking about oatmeal and fiber, you also want to take a high fiber food such as psyllium husk. Psyllium husk is also a soluble fiber, and it will pretty much just flush your system. It will clean out your system. And for those who are looking to lose weight at the same time, it has the added benefit that you can lose weight on that as well. Now, some additional things that will help you as far as fiber and even omega-3. Okay, most of us, the way we eat, a lot of the kind of oils and fats that we eat, it puts us in a place where our omega-6 fatty acids are really high. We want to make sure, and then most of us don't even get enough omega-3s. So we want to make sure that we're balancing our omega-3s and our omega-6s. And in the case of someone who has high cholesterol, you want to really just, if I can say, flip the script, right? So what are some things that will give you good omega-3 and help to bring that balance? You can take chia seeds, you can take flax seeds, you can eat more salmon. So some of the oily fishes like salmon, sardines, and so forth. Krill oil is a good one. And I know we said cut out dairy, but eggs can actually be good also, in moderation. Walnuts, yeah, so walnuts will also be good. It will help to bring the balance between your omega-3 and your omega-6, and it will actually reduce inflammation as well, because the extremely high omega-6 oils increase inflammation, but when you balance it with the right amounts of omega-3, then it will bring down your inflammation. And you can take about 1 to 3 grams a day, right, of these things. So let me see what else can help you. Wine in moderation, maybe just a glass of wine. I really don't like to talk about this one, because some people, if you're really someone who drinks heavy alcohol as a whole will increase your inflammation. It's not good for you. But if you're trying to bring your cholesterol down, maybe just a glass of wine a day, or maximum 2, will be red wine, that is, will be helpful. Okay. Let me see what else. Okay, fruits and vegetables, because they bring a lot of the bulk, a lot of the fiber, they give you a lot of the vitamins, they will clean out your system. So they, switch from heavy processed foods to heavier intake of just natural fruits and vegetables. And the final thing that I want to mention today is black chocolate. If you're somebody who loves chocolate, try not to take the milk chocolates or even the heavily processed chocolates that have a lot of additives. Try to find just very simple chocolates, like the 85 to 90% cocoa black chocolates, because they're high in antioxidants. They will help to, prevent your platelets from clogging together, and pretty much they'll just help to unclog your arteries. So those are some things that you can take to help to reduce your cholesterol. And typically, if you follow these guidelines in about 12 weeks, which is about 12 weeks is about 3 months, you can bring down your cholesterol. But you should begin to see changes pretty much, from the week that you start to remove the bad things, the bad foods from your system, and start to take the good foods that I have mentioned that will help you. You know what? As always, when we're talking about health, get good sleep. Reduce your stress levels, because those things will end up also playing into everything else that's going on with your inflammation, with your cholesterol, and so forth. Reduce your carbohydrates in general. Eat healthier proteins. Eat healthier fats. Okay? So thank you for listening. Subscribe if you have not already subscribed to my channel. Every so often, I will bring you good information on eating healthy and living a healthy lifestyle. Thank you so much.